So today I'm going to be talking about the Canon 600EX-RT versus the Yongnuo version, which is the YN600EX-RT. So first off, obviously there's a huge price difference between these two. The Canon costs like 3 or 4 times as much. And it's kind of funny, they're actually, on the outside, looking at them, they're actually pretty similar. The Canon is obviously better build quality and it's weather sealed. They both have the same functions like ETTL, focus assist beams, and they swivel all over the place. And they both have the radio trigger. And that's really the reason that I wanted a flash like this. The big draw for me was I like to trigger flashes off camera, and having this cheaper version to trigger off camera, I could put my flash in more harm's way. I mean, I've dangled this thing with an assistant off of a fire escape. If you look here, you can see it. And I'm not worried as much if this falls and breaks. I'd be mad if this broke, but I'd be more mad if the Canon broke because it's more expensive and much nicer. So I've definitely had problems with the Yongnuo's on-off switch. I mean, currently it's stuck on lock, so I actually can't even use it right now. And the switch actually turns past where it's supposed to turn, and it's really, really finicky. And if, like, often I'll shove it into a bag and it'll turn on accidentally in my bag, and basically my batteries are done. When I pull it out, it's dead. So a lot of times I'll take the batteries out, put it in the bag. When I have to take it out, I have to put the batteries back in, which is pretty annoying. So a lot of times I'll just keep it on a stand and with the batteries in it, and hopefully it's turned off. So one thing the Yongnuo has that the Canon doesn't is it shows you a little battery indicator, which is pretty cool. In my book, that's pretty cool. So they both do ETTL and have focus assist beams, and I found that the focus assist beams are pretty different. I don't usually keep the Yongnuo on my camera, so I did a little test right here. You can see I have the Yongnuo on right now, and with the lights on without the focus assist beam, the camera here finds focus pretty quickly. And then here I am turning off the lights and then trying to grab focus with the focus assist beam, which are those red lights. And the first picture right there was completely out of focus. And then it hunts a little more, and it ended up finding focus, but it took a little bit. And then in this next one is when I put the Canon on, and it finds sharp focus pretty quickly. So one thing I did notice for the Yongnuo, the focus assist beam looks different, and it has a lot of scattered dash or lines of the red focus assist beam. And so I usually put my camera into center focusing point. So I noticed none of the red lines are where that dot is. So since the point and the focus assist beam don't overlap, I'm thinking that's why it's having trouble finding focus, because on the Canon, the focus assist beams are kind of right in the middle, and it grabs focus pretty quickly. So I think that it would have an easier time if you had all the points on, but I mean, if you want to grab focus in a very specific point, you're going to want to use one focus point, and if it doesn't line up with one of the beams, it's not going to be able to find focus. So that would be a problem for me if I was using this on camera. Obviously, I use this almost exclusively off camera, so the focus assist beam isn't really a thing that affects me. But if somebody just had one of these and was using it on camera, I think they would have, at times, a pretty hard time grabbing focus. So in conclusion, I think if you're thinking about grabbing a Yongnuo flash, I think you could more than expect that they're gonna be cheaper build quality, and you get what you pay for, obviously. So I think if you were just looking for a flash to use on camera, I wouldn't recommend buying this. I think you'd find more success if you bought a cheaper version of a Canon flash than buying this one, because of the focus assist kind of not being super awesome. I'm assuming the cheaper versions of this Yongnuo would also have that same problem. So I think I would stick to a Canon flash if you're just using it on camera. But I do think these are a really good option for the radio trigger and using them for off-camera flash. And there you go, there are my opinions. You can leave your opinions in the comments below. Thanks for watching.